My microphone should be on. Everything's going good. It's a beautiful day. Making sure my head's not in front of the banner. You can see these gentlemen right back here in this region going to town. We got the other hole on as well. And actually, what time is it now? It's 1:30. Nolan, would you mind popping that hole on for me? So, yeah, we got a lot going on in the shop today. There's a bunch going on. We were here real early this morning. We had 2 benches rolling, which is a blast when you got the big hole and the little hole going. You're making different products. Everyone's running around. We got pipes everywhere. You're shucking pipes left and right, which means just cleaning them off, getting them ready to go. And it was a pretty productive day. And so these guys are working after lunch. We're getting other things done. Matt's cutting some rebar right now for splashes. I'm doing the annealer reveal, and then we're probably going to get another hour or so of glass blowing in after we film the experimental show, which we got some good ideas for the experimental show. That airs this Sunday on YouTube. We got people joining in. What's happening? It's Thursday. Dana, what's happening? Mary Lou in the house. We got Janet. Hope you guys are feeling great out there right now. It's actually a beautiful day. It's going to be in the 80s all week long, which is just perfect around here. Perfect for blowing glass, super enjoyable. And we got some pretty sweet products here, folks. We got some really cool things going on. It was a great show. Everything's sold off the show. So if you guys are already looking at some of these, thinking you might want to get them if you missed the show or whatever it may be, I apologize, they're all sold because they all just came out amazing. And most of them were collaboration pieces, which is the best piece. And most of what we make at the Glass Academy is a collaboration piece. You know, you can't really make anything with just one person, so we're always working as a team, getting things done, and sometimes we'll rotate back and forth. It all depends on the skill of the glass blower and the product that we're making and all that good action. But we got some really good pieces. 5 of these are from the show. We got 5 pieces done, which is pretty good. That's really darn good for a show. No good? I'll just switch it right up, turn it off and on. One moment now, folks. All right, Judy, what's happening? Tony, what's happening? Donald's in the house. Christine. Tony, we got it figured out. We got a new microphone. We had an issue last week or 2 weeks ago where it was super hot and I was supposed to dunk in the bucket, and I took this microphone like this and stuck my whole head in the bucket and dunked the microphone in the bucket. So we're trying to use a different microphone. This one should be a lot better, and I hope it's working perfect. Thank you, Sam. So yeah, we got comments coming in. Nice to see Judy. How you doing out there in Ann Arbor? We got Heidi's in the house. Yeah, that was the theme for the show. We had one color. We had to stick to it. He's got nothing to say.
I got no microphone.
But yeah, we stuck with one color per mug. So I'm gonna go through all the mugs in a minute here, but I had one more comment I wanted to say what up to. Elvis is in the house. Glad you got to catch this as well, Judy. We got Tony again. Elvis is talking some good language. Here comes the train now. Mary Lou, Becky, what's happening? And Donald said hi to Chris. So that's perfect. If you guys got questions, you know how the show goes. If you got questions, please ask them. This is a great opportunity because I'm here, I'm looking at the comments, and I'm ready to answer them about these specific pieces for sure. But we won't need to go over our ray gun again, but I'll just say briefly that this was a crazy piece. We're going to put it on some wood in the future whenever Chris gets to it. You can't count on anything when it comes to that. So it's just going to happen when it's going to happen, and it's going to be a really good one. But that thing is serious, could take out anybody, so you got to be really careful with it. That's why I set it to the side. We're going to leave it right there. We're going to go into the mugs here. Let's start with the first one. And actually, maybe we'll talk about this one first. This was, you guys remember the bubble goblet that we made on the show, collaboration between Chris and I? This was a custom order request from Sue to get another one of these made because they were so sweet. It's about the bubble event. It's a once-in-a-lifetime situation that we've done, and it was a beautiful piece. So she got a custom one made, and I told her that, hey, I think we're actually going to do about like 12 to 15 of them and make them available for everybody as a commemorative piece from the world record event that we did. But we just weren't able to get around to it. Honestly, we're so busy right now with the Ren Fair coming up. My brain has like literally like 13 different products that we need to make that I need to spend at least a half day on each of them up until the 20th, which is a week and a half from now. So I was getting overwhelmed with all that. I told her, hey, we'd make 15, we'd pick out the best one, and you would have our personal favorite because you custom ordered it first. But we decided to just make another one-off, so there's only 2 in existence. You guys can custom order these if you'd like, but Sue's gonna get a ridiculous one here. Look at how dark and delicious the blue is on this thing. I mean, come on. The blues, we're digging it deep. Matt's gonna be making a couple more bubbles later today, so we get those deep, beautiful bubbles in our bubble goblet or bubble display piece that we made. But you see this one here, I signed it real good. World Record Champions 2022. It's super tasty, and Chris just blows me away with those footing tool feet. That's so thin and tasty and delicate, and the blue's ridiculous, and this is just a beautiful piece for Sue. She's got a gorgeous collection going on, an extreme patron of the arts, and that's a collector's piece is exactly what that is. When you got something that is tied to some special event, only done one time in this year, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big deal, so that's a gorgeous one, and that wasn't from the live show, but I just wanted to show that off to you guys because it's important. It's a cool piece. We're proud of it. It's a collaboration between Chris and I, and that one's going down in history. So that's super cool. We got the best aim with the ray gun, Judy. We got that thing figured out. And I made a few ray guns growing up. I made a couple at the Ren Fair when I was growing up. It's not quite the same time period. If there is a time period for ray guns, I think it'd be the future. Yeah, we got the best aim around town. So moving on, we started off the show. It was one color theme. So you had to pick a color, use it for the entire creation of the piece, and no other colors. Clear is fine. That's a void of color. So we did add some clear, some wateriness to each of our pieces. But Chris started it off with this guy. Let me actually pull out the order sheets. I don't know if people enjoy me saying who got what and what the deal is, so I'm only going to use first names on these orders. But every single one of the pieces from the show were purchased, and I know that there were a couple races to the purchase button that were missed out on. So you can always custom order them. You can always get one made to match, or maybe do the same thing but add green to all the water droplets. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to you guys, and we would decide. We'd talk about it. We'd give you the options of what's capable, what our capabilities are. But yeah, let's start with Chris's sweet piece here. We got it right here. It's not the Venom mug. It's Chris's Blue Chrome. This one was also a Sue piece, actually, and I spoke about it on the show because I know they're blue lovers over there in that family. And look at those two blues next to each other. They're gorgeous and next to the ray gun. But this piece is the super special Chris switchback twist. And look at the way, man, the sun's hitting it nice. The lighting's beautiful today. The blue chrome is in the cracks, but it's also showing off most prominently in the handle. And the really cool thing he did was he iridized the handle after putting on this runner on the back that matches the roses down here, or more like waves when you're working with blue. But you can see how the way I turn it, you can see the darker blue of the uniridized cobalt down in there, and then when you turn it to the side, it's pretty much like a mirror along the handle. That's a pretty cool optical illusion. I guess it's not an illusion, it's an optical truth about the glass. The fact that this is iridized and this is not, and the water magnifies it all. It almost makes this watery bit look like a blue bit when you're looking straight onto it. So that's just super clean. It's a really nice, it's a difficult move to get this beautiful puff into the glass here like this. It adds like about an extra 2 ounces in it. But we got the watery rosette on the bottom. Beautiful flatness touching up against the foot. That's something I always look for in my mugs. A beautiful connection of the handle, squished on, pulled out, and wrapped up. That's a really gorgeous piece right there, and I didn't measure it, but I said it wasn't about 20. Chris said it was 20 for sure. Sue, you might have to measure it and get back to us. Uh-oh, here comes a thing of water. No measuring cup on that, though.
This is for the saw, but I can tell you how much that is right there.
What do you say?
19 ounces.
I told you it wasn't 20.
I say it's 20 ounces.
Perfect. If you guys haven't met Nolan back there, there he is over there. I could scratch his head with my finger. But he's a really amazing glass blower, and he's going to be out at the Ren Fair with us, and he dresses up and gets crazy on stage. He's got his own shop with his dad as well. So we use him for happy hours. He comes down here and we blow glass together. And then if you all visit us out the Ren Fair, you'll get to meet him as well. He's a great personality and a great glass blower and a really cool guy. So moving on from that, let's see, we got some good love for that. The small green cup, Tony, that's the giveaway. I'm going to show that off in a minute. And I got a nice wow from Janet. And hashtag live, baby, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. Keep that coming. Was that tech support? Nice. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Spreading the love. So here we go. Moving on, we've got, next piece it was my turn. I used some bar color, and this piece turned out crazy. This is the Rose Red Special. And congratulations to Amy, because I know I literally heard that there were a couple people trying to get it, and it was a race to get this piece. Look at the way the red turned out. I mean, come on. That's bar color red. So instead of using our Fritz over here, we used over here the bar color, which is the solid, dense piece. So we picked it up, and Joey put it into the hole and exploded into like 3 pieces. And then he picked them all up, and he was like, "It's good, man, it's good." And he pulled all the little pieces of bad color off of there, and he said it was fine. And look at the whole piece. I mean, I only see this tiniest little mark of nothing. You can hardly even see it on the camera up here. So Joey did an amazing job as an assistant bringing that one over. We got a nice handle, went on real smooth, and then we made this little rose on top. I went for it in the red theme. You know, it's the first time I've ever done it. It's super cozy. It sits just great, and it does look pretty rosy, honestly. I kind of was like, what am I doing? Why did I do this on the show? Just experiment with something. It's not the experimental show, but I'm totally, after holding it in my hand and seeing it today, I'm totally happy with it. I love it. And the color is just insane. So it's all lipstick red, clear accents, just super clean. I'm proud of this one. I'm really glad it sold. It's going to Amy, who's got, I think if I heard correct on the show, she's got 4 mugs now. So Amy's building up the collection. And if I remember, she might have the red, white, and blue 4th of July special one, too. She might have purchased that a couple weeks back. All I know is the last one she purchased, I was really proud of as well, too. So Amy, you got a really nice collection going on, and it's super cool to see that, and I love to hear it. Thank you guys for appreciating the rose, the one try special. It turned out good. It turned out really good. Up next was Joey. Joey made his first mug back in a while. We called it Joey's Golden Dots. Take a look at this, though. You guys saw how it went down. He took a small gather, and he went into the pineapple mold and then coated the pineapple mold with gold. Now, we could tell it was a little bit faint in the way it went on because he was working it a hair cold maybe, or maybe the color just wasn't sticking, but there is, and it's hard to see on the camera, there is little flakes of milky, kind of like oil slickish material around each of the dots and spread out throughout the body of the glass. It's really difficult to tell here on the camera, but it is in there, and it turned out beautiful. And the handle, with some trickery, went on perfect. And there's a really cool reminiscent little spot of where the ribs first touched down right there. And then when it popped off, he torched it, I torched it, he grabbed it, stuck it back on there, and it turned out to be a perfect handle. And I spoke about enjoying thick handles. This is a nice thick handle. It's strong. It's got some sturdiness to it, and it's just a beautiful piece. You got the GA stamp, the iridescent gold base to it. The Joey went with the Al Bumpe. I mean, it just turned out really good. And those bubbles, those symmetrical bubbles, are so clean when you got that symmetry hidden in there. And a lot of people, it's definitely a preference among our customers to have transparent drinkware. Everybody likes seeing what they're drinking, where it's coming from, or how much is left of it. And Joey hit that on the spot after Chris made a transparent one. I told you guys I didn't know if it was going to become transparent or not. The lipstick's kind of in between, and that's exactly what it is. You'll be able to see the level of your drink here, but it's not transparent like Joey's, and that's a pretty cool thing, having a piece that's got some transparency. His color was gold and clear. So that's super sweet. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks, Heidi. That's what it was, Amy, so I was right. It was the red, white, and blue one, and if I remember correctly, it might have been the one from the show, and then we made the rest of them to match the orders, which was awesome, and each one was totally one of a kind, but maybe Amy did get that first one. Thanks, Donald. I really appreciate your support. It's been amazing. You got some sweet things to say all the time, and I appreciate the love of what we're doing around here. Janet, it is a beautiful one. It's a bubble El Bumpe. That's what I'm talking about. And that's right, Amy. That's what I'm talking about. So you got some good ones over there, Amy. You got some sweeties. Moving on, we have the Venom mug. This was a collaboration piece between, I think, all of us. I'm not sure if Joey got involved on this one, but this is just crazy. This is black and clear, and look at the texture of the body. Look at all the action going on. I made the body. I put the foot on there. This turned out amazing. I think it was Joey that brought it over. I brought it over really hot, and you can see we signed it, show number 175. That was our hockey show. But this foot is super difficult to do if the assistant can't bring over something super juicy. It's got to be shusei, and it's got to be ready to go, and it was beautiful. And then Chris added all these water droplets on here, and it looks like a small handle, and it looks like these are going to kind of get in the way, but I put my hand in here. It's a 3-finger, one on the bottom, and it's pretty darn sturdy. Like, I feel completely confident that I'm holding on to this thing. But water droplets all on the side. What I'm actually noticing now and looking at it up close is many of you know that black, there is no true black in glass blowing. It's a deep, deep purple. And what you can notice here, me thinning this out and putting such a pattern on just one coat of black, it's starting to become a little more transparent. And when you put these water droplets on, let's see if I can catch it in the light of the camera here. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, which is a little bit of purple. Was there some in there? Kind of right on the bottom there, a little bit. I saw it on this one a little bit as well. Let's see, give it to me, baby. Come on now, come on now. Maybe something right there. Not sure, folks, but the one who purchased this is going to be David. Got a beautiful piece, and he's going to be able to hold this and look and see exactly what I'm talking about. Hints of purple because that black is stretched so thin. That's a beautiful piece, and I'm in love with the watery droplets. Chris is the master of doing those. Not touching the glass at all. Cut it as simple as you can. Torch it, let it fall into place, let it be natural. That watery rock right there is just the most gorgeous thing, and it's super cozy. Use it however you want. It's delicious. It's a beautiful piece. That was a really, really fun one. And it was, like you said, Janet, unusual. It's an unusual, different mug. That's the beauty of the one-of-a-kinders on the show. I don't know if I could pronounce that one, Don. The El Bumpe. I know, but it's the bubble mug, so is it a bubble bumpe or something like that? Anyway, beautiful pieces. They all turned out amazing. They're all purchased. There's going to be nothing on the website for you guys. The only thing that's going to be available is the giveaway. And if you guys haven't answered the question about chicken eggs, you should do so and send in your answer. But look at this Barbarian mini mug beer, possible shot glass, possible toothpick holder, or even maybe a toothbrush holder. Weapon, too. This thing turned out super clean. Look at that little solid handle. We got Barbarian spikes along the whole outside. It's signed, show number 175, GA stamp on the handle right there. This thing's sweet. Works good. It's got great texture to it. You can hear. Hope you guys can hear that. It's pretty cool. You can wash your clothes on that a little bit. But it's just a gorgeous piece. It's going to be the giveaway next week. It's super cool. We sell so many of these at the Ren Fair. We made a bunch this morning. Chris is making some of those right now and some snifters, but we need to have a lot of these because it's just more than a shot glass. Shot glasses are super cool and they're great when they're handmade, but when you turn it into a mug, you put a handle on it or make it as some miniature piece of drinkware, it takes it to a whole nother level. So those are super exciting. We sell those for $65. They might be going up to $70 this year, but that's the giveaway for next week. Someone's going to get that little honey right there in their pocket. And actually, don't put it in your pocket because it'll scratch you. It'll have some problems. Barbarian spikes will be all over the place. Just keep that on your shelf or wherever your situation is. So let's see here. Beautiful. Dave's here for the Annealer reveal, seeing his sweet piece he got. I think almost everyone that got pieces today or on Tuesday's show is here to see them in their actual beauty, which is cool. And maybe that's how that works. You know, you buy a piece on the show, you know the Annealer reveals at 1:30. Maybe you guys snuck out of work, or maybe you guys are using the bathroom, or maybe you guys are at home and you just tuned in because of that. But I know a lot of you guys are pretty big fans and usually are here for the Annealer reveal. Oh yeah, giveaway's fantastic. Sherry, yes, the giveaway question was, how do you get your eggs? Thank you, Sam. Do you own a chicken, and how do you get your eggs? Whether it's from the sky, if they fall and they land into your frying pan, that's cool. If you go to Aldi's, that's even better. If you get crazy behind the camera with the giant fan, that's cool too. But whatever produces eggs for you guys and puts it in your home, that's what we want to know. That's what we want to know. And if you get them from the Glass Academy, we got amazing glass eggs. That's a cool answer too. But you send that to enews@glassacademy.com. That usually pops up on the screen for tech support. And send an email there with your answer to that question, and that enters you into the giveaway. So that next week we do a wheel of names on all the emails, and somebody wins, and we will let you know on the show who the winner of that Barbarian mini mug is, folks. So there we go. That's the chicken question. That's it. Don't touch my drink. Juice glass without the spikes. We got all kinds of glasses. Tumbler-wise, we do have some nice juice glasses, and maybe we'll have a tumbler glass. But we do have that beautiful twisty recycled twist cup, bubble, and Breath of Michigan shirt to commemorate our world record. That is a beautiful juice glass, the twist cups, recycled twist cups. Super clean. That just about sums it up there, folks. Those are all the pieces from the show. We got a lot of work to get back to. We got something else to say? So the Instagram winner of the glasses we will announce on the experimental show, which we're recording today. We have a winner, which means we have a winner for you, but you'll see it on Sunday. That's when we do. We film the experimental show today while the holes are hot and everything's running. We give it to you guys on Sunday. It's a little Sunday afternoon, cool down, watch the experimental show, watch us get crazy. We got some really cool ideas for this week's show. That's funded and supported by the VIP members, which, as we mentioned on the show, now would be a really, really good time to become a VIP member, because we're about to send out a little thank you to everybody and let you guys know that we appreciate your support of the show and of what we're doing. I try and get out as many VIP videos as possible to you guys, insider stuff about the show. And when we do release brand new products, you guys will get first dibs at pre-orders and the newly released products. So you guys can sign up for that on YouTube. It's $4.99 a month. Super cool. We appreciate your support. Appreciate everyone's support in building their collections with our drinkware. That's our bread and butter. We love drinkware. We have a great time with it, and excited to have the Ren Fair around because we're just making a lot of drinkware right now. So there it is, folks. Great reveal. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Julie's in the house. What is happening? Thank you guys. Look at this. Sherry, pumpkins are already started. We're curating our line for the website, and I promise, I've said it already before, you guys are going to be blown away with the with the designs and the lines we made this year. We got 3 different pumpkin lines going on the website and a signature pumpkin, and it's just going to be ridiculous. So stay tuned. We'll let you guys know as soon as we get it on the website, and I'm sure, without a doubt, you're going to see it on our featured product table. But we are making pumpkins as fast as we can, for sure. So that's going to happen. Julie, we'll watch it later. Donald, I appreciate your love and your support. And that's it, folks. Looking forward to the experimental show, and we will talk to you guys on Sunday. We'll talk to you live on Tuesday. Have an amazing week. We're going to do the same.